Hi everyone, it's Rob again. Thought I'd show you a quick look, I guess, at the latest knife I picked up, the Victorinox Outrider. So let's have a look. This is a box it comes in. Very nice kind of box for holding it. And it's got the little set of instructions too, or the mini set on what to do and what not to do and how not to chop your fingers off, hopefully. Now I've had this knife for a few weeks and I've been using it and I quite like it. So I tend to carry it with my Swiss Champ, this one up here, and they both are useful in different ways. So the Swiss Champ's got lots of great tools on it. One thing I like to do though is pick up sticks as I go for my walks for whittling and whatnot. And the saw on this one is a little bit longer. So let me kind of get you into the tools and show you what's all here. And we can have a look at that. So the first up, of course, is just this layer of tools. The can opener with the small flat screwdriver on it. Opposite that, as you'd expect, the cap lifter or bottle opener with the slightly larger screwdriver. Now these are the same size that you get in any of the 91 millimeter knives. The same size can opener and bottle opener, even though this is 111 millimeters on the Outrider. The next layer up, we've got a pair of scissors. Again, this sort of typical size scissors, which are really good. I quite like them, and I'm glad they're on this knife too because I use them a lot. And then underneath the scissors, a long, smaller Phillips screwdriver that'll lock quite tightly out there. Now you have to lift the scissors to get access to this, which is fine. Just have to remember to put them away if you're going to use it, so you don't have a kind of a sharp pokey end on the other end that you're not thinking about while you're working. I can tuck that back in, and then we can put the scissors back. Next up on this one is the saw. Right, so let's have a look at the saw. The saw on the Outrider is very nice, and it's one of the big reasons I like this knife. It's a little bit longer than the saw you get on other knives, like the Hiker, for example. So here's a Hiker. Let me pull out the saw on that for you and show you the difference. This is also a great little saw, and I've used it a lot over time. But if we kind of put them side by side here, you can see the saw that you get on the Outrider is quite a bit longer, right? A little bit bigger, and so it's just that much nicer. And because if you've used these saws, you know that they slip out if you get on anything much bigger than a twig, and so you got to be a little bit careful as you use them. Well, with the Outrider, you just get that much extra length, and I've got through some pretty big chunks of wood with this, so it's a nice saw to have. The remaining tool on this side, of course, is the blade, and the big blade. It's a locking blade, so that's locked in place now. Not a lot of play there, a little bit, but very nice. And it's sort of the same type of shape as most of the blades you'll see. Again, let me pull out the main blade on the Hiker, right? And you can see that this blade is a little longer, right? We can compare those for you. Now you can kind of see it's a little bit bigger. That's a nice extra bit of length there, right? And makes that a very kind of nice, useful knife. And the fact that it locks as well, you're not going to turn a little bit and suddenly find that you're pushing, you turn a bit and close it on your hand or something like that. So that's quite nice. The locking mechanism is this one. It's in the scale, and it's a little push button. You push it and then you can release and close it back down. On the back side, we've just got a couple tools back here. We have the typical corkscrew, and behind that, the sewing awl or reamer. Got the key ring, and then the toothpick. If you've seen my other videos, you know I like to use a toothpick, much to my wife's chagrin, and the tweezers. Those are very good tweezers as well. So this is quite a nice combination of tools. It feels really good in the hand. You know, for example, if we open up the main blade again here, you can kind of see it fits really nicely when I grip it. It's kind of shaped that way. It's got the nylon scales. Feels really good to hold on to. Nice safe knife to use. And I quite like it. So that's one that I keep with me every day, in addition to my Swiss Champ. So those are my two knives. Between those, I think I've got pretty much everything that I'm going to come across covered. So I hope you've enjoyed that. That's just a little quick review for you of my Outrider. We'll see you again real soon. Maybe we'll have a look at the Hiker, or this knife here, which is one that I carried for years. It's about 30 years old, or close to 30 years old now. They don't quite make this one anymore, so I'll show you that one in another video at some point too. All right, that's it for now. Thanks a lot for watching.